Hi everyone, how are you? My name is Mackie and welcome to Mackie Really Read. Firstly, I hope everybody's well, everybody's safe, everybody has really great books. If you are currently reading a great book, don't forget to drop it down in the comments and I will be sure to add it to my ever growing TBR. Today's video, I am going to be talking about all the books. I mean, all the books that I've been reading for the past 3 months from September, October, and now November. So, yeah, get excited, grab a drink, grab a snack, and just do this. So, the first book that I read in September is Scoundrel of My Heart by Lauren Heath. This is a very famous historical romance book. This is wow. This is wow. This was a wow. It is a very, very good book. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. 5 stars. No, I think I gave it 5 stars. Yeah, it was really, really good. I just love Lorraine Heath. I'm a huge, huge, huge lover of Lorraine Heath's books. I have heard a lot about this series and particularly this book, so I thought it was time to finally read it. And yeah, it did not disappoint. It did not disappoint at all. So we have Lady Catherine Lombard here. She has to marry a titled man to get her inheritance, which is a house. There's this house that she wants. It was her grandma's house. She has a lot of fond memories of being in that house. So she wants that house very, very much. And her grandmother always told her, like, always marry tall men, always marry someone that has money, that is wealthy, that can be able to take care of you because love just won't take care of you, something like that. And yeah, it's always been her plan, sort of, to marry a titled man. Then we have Lord Griffith Stanwick. He is the second born, aka he is the spare. You know the saying, the heir, the spare, and the I don't care.
Oh, damn.
Rude, by the way, very, very rude. However, that is how I don't know, people from the monarchy like to refer to their children, and then they wonder why nobody likes them.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, anyways, so he is a second born, so obviously he's not going to be titled. Even if he is, he's not set to have that much wealth, seeing as he is a second born. He feels very much overlooked, like nobody really cares about him or what he has to say. He's just there to be there. There really isn't a difference in his presence. And him and Catherine always have had this like playful banter, kind of, but they secretly like each other as well, but they're also mean to each other. It's quite a dynamic that they have at the beginning of this book. I was very intrigued to like see how Lady Catherine was going to treat him. Like, was she going to be mean to him? Like, in their relationship, like, was she going to make him feel like he just wasn't deserving or unworthy of love? And I felt like their redemption, their love story was just so, so amazing. I felt like they were so bright for each other. They complemented each other so well. Really, really loved Catherine. She just has a heart of gold. She really does. And she's really, really soft and kind and very, very gentle. So I just really, really like the story. The next book that I read is Point of Exhale by Kimberly Brown. I gave this book 4 stars. It's a black romance book. This book is about Elise and Safari. So Elise, is it Elise? Elise. Yeah, I think it's Elise. She is a married. We get to see the beginning of her story. She's married, and her husband mistreats her very, very badly. And she's like, I can't do this. I can't let my children be a part of this anymore. So she escapes. She runs away while her husband is going on a business trip. And she runs away. I think she runs to Colombia where she meets Safari. He is part of the mob. Let me just say it like that, a gangster, whatever. And he was traded off by his mom to this guy who is rich and he's involved in criminal activities, and he's kind of like the enforcer, let me just say it like that. He's the enforcer of this group, and yeah, he just doesn't want to do it anymore. He wants to be with Elise and like live a normal life. He feels like a lot has been taken away from him, and he feels like he's gotten the job done. Like it's been over 20 years of him doing the same thing, and he's sick and tired of it. So yeah, you get to see their dynamic. She kind of knows what he does, but she also doesn't quite know. She's kind of like blinded by love, and she just wants peace, but she's also trying to run away. So she's not really giving him the full story of why she's there, but he kind of guesses it, like, okay, I think you're here because of this and this and this and this. And yeah, it was a cute story of redemption and love and just love winning, I guess. I gave it 4 stars. Then I read this book, Drunk in Love by Timonea. I did of this book. I have nothing nice to say about this book. I read like 4 pages and I was like, I'm done. I cannot. I cannot. I love myself too much to put myself through this. I'm sorry. I could not. Never. Then I read Ambers in the Snow by Anna Carvin. This is a fantasy romance book. I gave it 4.5 stars. It's a fantasy romance. It's an arranged marriage between Findlay and Carvan, and he's a vampire. It has all these mystical, magical elements to this world, to their story. She's kind of like quirky and like weird, and she's a unique character, let me just say it like that. But it was a lot of fun. It was very steamy, and yeah, he looks like this guy from, I'll take a picture, I mean, I'll put a picture up there of what he looks like. And yeah, it was just a great dynamic between the two of them. Like he was turned into a vampire. He feels like it's sort of a curse, and he's run away. He now lives in the north to be by himself and away from human beings. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. And yeah, then comes Finley, and he's like, "Why are you even here?" And lo and behold, he's arranged to marry her, and they make the best of their situation. She's very, very sassy. They have this kind of immediate sort of liking. I wouldn't call it love, but they are really, really into each other from the beginning. And yeah, it's all the feels. It's great. It's great stories. Nothing too that high of a fantasy. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. 4.5 stars. Then the last book that I read in September what is Whose Love Story Is It Anyway by Gray Huffington. So this is a cute little novella. I think it's like 109 pages, very short, very sweet. They meet at a party, they fall in love, and yeah, that's it. It's between, I think her name is Viking. Yeah, her name is Viking. I remember her name is very different. Yeah, her name is Viking, and yeah, it was cute. 3 stars, fun little cute romance, which just get me through to October. So in October, I started reading the series by Shinora Williams. I absolutely love this author. I read the first book, Vicious Bound. Now, this entire series has kind of taken me a storm. I love the series so, so, so much. It's reincarnation, sort of reincarnated soulmates, but in the story, they're not called soulmates, they're called tethers. So we have Willow and Kaz. Kaz is from a different world, a different time than Willow. She is in the kind of like Willow is in the 21st century. She's in our world, and one day she hears this voice talking to her, and she's like, "Who's that?" And he's like, "Who are you?" And but like there's no one around, and it's not like she hears him in her head. She can like audibly hear him like talking to her as you can hear me right now. She's like, I must be going crazy. And she keeps having these dreams of her going into this different time and being with someone, and she recognizes the voice in her dream as the person that she was hearing like when she was awake, and she just doesn't quite understand it until one day she is time traveled into a different realm, a different world where she meets Kaz. Well, she meets Kaz's wolf first. Yes, they don't have pets, they have wolves. And then she meets Kaz, and he is like this really, really scarred hero. He hates being touched. Like, it physically hurts him for someone like to touch him. So yeah, he's been through a lot. He's a dark, brooding, like scarred hero, like very, very, very scarred. But he's just like so soft and gooey. So they quickly realize that we have been kind of talking to each other for a while, but we didn't know what was going on. And they don't quite understand. She's trying to tell him that she's from this world, and the whole explaining, they don't believe you, and then they kind of have to believe you. So they are each other's tethers, which is like soulmates, like the one you love. And yeah, it's very, very deep. They like, I've never really read a story where soulmates were so like deeply, deeply embedded in each other's DNAs and stuff. Like when they're apart, even if it's like for a day, like it physically hurts them. Like it hurts them. Like it feels like their hearts turn into like an ice block, and they get these scars and stuff. Like it hurts them to not be around each other, not be with each other. Like even being mean to each other, like it hurts them. Like they both feel the pain of the other person. They can talk to each other in their minds, and it's just this fun world building, and it's a great, great story. I really, really love the story so, so, so much. So if you're looking for a unique soulmate angsty type of great love romance book, read the story. Like it's amazing. Then the next book that I read was a Mafia. I read Chosen by a Sinner by Michelle Hurd. Now this story is about Mariana and Luca, right? Yeah, Mariana and Luca. They get married on a drunken, drunken night in Las Vegas, and when their parents find out, they're like, "Well, you guys already got married. Like, of course we didn't choose this for you guys, but since you guys have gotten this marriage in Vegas, you guys now have to live with each other and be a happily married couple." And yeah, it's all they feel. They are strong, strong human beings, and as to like together, they are like a power couple, like really, really strong. Like Mariana can fight, she can stand up for herself. Like she knows the goings and outings of this mafia world. And yeah, she's no fool. She really is no fool. She's a brave, 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 strong girl. And I loved this book. It was very fun, very cute. I loved it. It was like really, 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 really cute. This couple kind of reminded me of like me and Brandon. Like for some odd reason, like the dynamic kind of felt like me and Brandon. So yeah, I was like, oh, kind of like us a little bit. So yeah, I really like this book. Next book that I read is Triple Threat by K. Webster. So this is about the terror triplets. Now, if you've read the Cinderella story, is it the Cinderella story? Yeah, it's these boys, Sully, Sparrow, and Scout. They are dangerous and weird and scary and unhinged and obsessively like cuckoo. Like they have lost their marbles. They really have. And they have this task to fall in love or make this girl called Landon fall in love with them or him or one of them. They're kind of lying about the fact that they are triplets, but she can kind of tell like every time she's with the other one, they're like he's a bit different, but this one has like caramel eyes and he's sweeter, but this one is really, really scary and really, really intense. And the other one is kind of like sweet and kind, and they all kind of fall in love with her. And it's like I don't even know what's happening. Like, what is happening? How are they even gonna fall in love? I don't know. So if you're looking for like, I wouldn't call it a reverse harem, but I don't even know what to call it. But it is different and steamy and intriguing and mysterious as well. So if you're looking for a darker-ish romance that's not too long, that's different, that involves two plus more people, read the story. You will enjoy it. I did as well. Then I read Wicked Ties, which is the second book from the first book of what is the series called again? The Tither Trilogy by Shanoa Williams. It's the second book of their love story, Willow and Cass. I I love the story. I love this story so, so much. Remember, it's a time travel romance, and yeah, they'll be doing a lot of time traveling. Let me say that, and it's amazing and steamy. There's toys. Let me just say it like that. And it's fun. It's fun and it's steamy and it's like earth shattering. Version of the last stories, I did give this book 5 stars. Then I read When She Tempts by Gabrielle Sands. This book is the second book in the, is it the Fallen series? Yeah. Oh, Wenshi, by the Wenshi, which is a strange name for a series, but yeah, it is an age gap romance. You get to see the sisters' romance. Her name is Martina and G. I call him G because I call his name is Georgie. Georgie. Yeah. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, Georgie. And he is different. He is a smart man. He's like in charge of all the security of just like all the comings and goings of everyone. He knows everyone's secrets and he's just in everybody's business. Let me just say it like that. So he's very integral in their mob or mafia family that is. However, it's not as it seems. And they quickly fall in love while he is hiding Martina from the rest of the world. But he's also very intrigued and obsessed with her. So it's very, very fun. Cute age gap. I don't really like reading a lot of age gaps anymore, but this one was really good. They made a lot of sense, so I really enjoyed it. Not much to say about this book. It's a typical mafia romance. Age gap. He's hiding her. That's it. Yeah. Then I read Chemistry by Gray Huffington. Now this is a very, very long book. I think it's like 1,000 pages. I will say the one thing that I did not enjoy about this book is the prologue. It's just embarrassingly long, too long. Like literally, it could be half of a book. That's it's not needed, but I greatly enjoyed the story. I enjoyed how it's different as they have this whole family of brilliant, brilliant, brilliant minds, and they're part of it's not mafia, but like this mob criminal syndicate world. He is a chemist. I don't really need to say much about that. He's a chemist. He's very, very smart. He's always ahead. He's 15 steps ahead of everything, of everyone. He knows everything to know. He can read everyone's emotions. He is the smartest man I have ever read about in a book. The actual smartest. Like, I would never, I don't want to meet this man. That's how smart he is. Because I feel like he'll know too much about me, and I don't want that. Like, I don't want like anyone knowing anything about me. That's a real thing. Yeah. I don't like that. But their romance is very, very fun. She's an FBI agent. She's looking for this gang, him. That is, him and his family. She doesn't know that it's him and his family. And yeah, it's very, very smart, very, very unique. It's not like, oh, I've never thought about this, but I've never read a book about this unit of family that is smart and brilliant, and they're just running the world, and they're just kind of taking this world by storm, and nobody knows. Like, one of them is a ballerina, the other one is like a therapist, the other one like owns multiple clubs and restaurants, the other one is a chemist. It's just a lot. It's just like normal jobs. The other one is like a doctor, the other one is like a surgeon. It's like these people are brilliant, like really, really brilliant, but dangerous. So yeah, I love this book. I'm reading the third one. I think it's out now, Roger, because I just finished Rather, and that one is an arranged marriage. Amazing, loved it. My only critique, my only critique is that the prologue is just way too flippin' long. Cut it short. Cut it. We don't need all that information. I don't. I personally don't need. Let's just like I don't know, make it like 5 pages. That's it. Like it's not needed. Really, it's not. So yeah, that is all the books that I've read in September, October, and November. Yeah, that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.